I just finished reading the Alex Verus series by Benedict Jacka, and this is a kind of recent British series. I think it's become one of my all-time favorite series, right up there with Game of Thrones and Wheel of Time. This series is urban fantasy, but I'm going to say it really has kind of a superhero vibe, which is what I like. Progression fantasy. It's got like a heroic main character who's kind of an unsung hero for most of the series. The first few books were more of a typical, I'd say, urban fantasy series where I wasn't completely addicted or hooked, but I thought it was pretty good, so I kept reading. The later books in the series just got better and better. The ball was rolling, it was steaming, the stakes were raising, and every time the stakes kept escalating to the next height, you just thought, oh, they can't possibly get any higher. They would. So this author is an absolute genius with dramatic tension and action scenes. I can't think of anyone who writes action scenes better off the top of my head, and that's saying a lot because I do read a lot. As an author, Benedict Jacka kind of came onto my radar with his Inheritance of Magic series, which is a more recent series that he's begun. And I could just tell this author has it, whatever you want to call it. Like, he has like an innate sense of story flow and dramatic tension, which I rarely see. I say this as an author myself. So even though I did have a few problems with the Inheritance of Magic series, I'm still into it. I'm still enjoying it. And I decided, well, I'd like to see the previous series. This author, I've seen a lot of buzz about his Alex Verus series, this previous series. So I was like, all right, let's see what his first series was like. Okay, his first series, this Alex Verus series, another level. This series is incredible. I read this entire series very quickly because it was just such a page turner. From book 1 through book 12, it took me probably about 3 weeks. And yeah, I listened to it while I was doing chores and exercising and all that stuff. It was incredible. I typically don't go for urban fantasy. I feel like a lot of urban fantasy, the stakes are kind of low, and the fact that there's a magical world in our world, it always feels like the explanations for that are flimsy in a lot of urban fantasy. This series kind of just skipped over that whole thing, saying like, look, it's like Men in Black level, okay? Like, the magical world exists alongside our own, but you don't see it because these people are just so powerful, which is how it actually would be, I think, if this, it's just kind of treated in this very, like, kind of realistic manner. One thing I like about the main character, Alex Verus, is not only is he good looking and a great combatant, but he's smart. So, that's always a big plus for me as a reader. His primary power is about information rather than combat, and he uses that to his utmost advantage. He just leverages it in crazy ways all throughout the series, very creative ways. I've written characters with precognition powers myself, prophets, oracles, in my Torth series. There's a ton of those. So having thought about precognition powers for a long time, I've come to the conclusion that, yeah, you don't want to underestimate somebody who has these kind of powers, and this author clearly has thought about that as well, and he leverages it. It's used in every way possible. I love it. On top of that, the supporting characters and the villains are just, like, stand out, One of the reasons I love The Wheel of Time is because of the interpersonal character interactions, and this series has all of that. I mean, it's not quite as epic as Wheel of Time, very few things are, but I was rooting for Alex Verus, the main character, the entire time. And I was also rooting for some of the other characters. Luna was great. I am not a fan of Arachne's form, but the character of Arachne was really cool. Anne and Varium were very compelling. And then some of the peripheral characters, Landis and Caldera, they were just really interesting. So above all, the series not only has great world building, a really cool, well thought out system of magic powers and superpowers, but it's also top notch with escalating stakes, dramatic tension, and action scenes. Just the entire last book was one big battle, and it was just page turner the entire way. So yeah, highly recommend this series. Big time. Enjoyed it so much.